I'm live right now. You want to say hi, Duck? Nobody's on right now. What you need?
I was gonna ask, you see those little pink flowers that be coming, like pink trees?
That's the red bud.
Okay, I know a way to get branches with roots already, so I can.
Oh, awesome. Get as many as you can.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Woohoo! Got me some red buds. Duckman's on the job, y'all. Hey, I just checking in to see what you guys are doing. And are you staying positive? Tell me about it, y'all. We're on this homestead. We are in evoking, whatever you call it, peace, love, and happiness. And we're out here working in the garden. This is on the side of my little cabin. It's junky. Sorry, y'all. So this was an idea I had. You want to say hi, Bella? Say hello. Um, to keep the weeds down because granted, a lot of the weeds were very edible medicinal plants, but I mean, it was a jungle in this particular area. So what we decided to do is go in and put cardboard down all across. See how I have it? You can almost like a little circular pattern right there. We'll put cardboard all the way on the at the bottom of it, and then we put sawdust, or what do you call this, bark dust, or chewed up trees that we got for free. They were clearing the power lines up there, and I asked them, if you guys need a place to dump, y'all can just dump it right here, and they did. So we were able to utilize that material to further keep the weeds down, and it's also great for your soil. Anyway, so we decided we wanted to have raised beds in here, but wanted to utilize what we had already on the homestead. So we had a few trees that we cut down. Actually, when they had to cut a few trees down in through here, so we saved the logs and cut them into squares like that. And then Duck, matter of fact, just a few minutes ago, rolled these big ass rocks at each corner to anchor the logs into place. And we were able to get some good old soil over there. So we're going to fill the beds with soil. And if you notice, we put leaves and bark and things like that in there. Let me show you on this side too. See how these sticks are? This is kind of like hugel culture, I guess that's what you call it. But you have like you put lots of composting material. If you want to put things that are rotting already or pretty much rotted, and leaves and things like that, so it'll further break down. This is a much better example of the rotted wood that you really want in here. See how it's really porous? So the idea for this is, number one, to give you a base for your soil, and it helps you from losing all your soil, through the cracks and whatever. And also when you water it, it acts like a sponge and it absorbs the water, so you have to water less. So I like that idea. So anyway, we're going to kind of chop this up a little bit and then add our wonderful topsoil on that and plant. We're going to try and do this one today, and I'm going to put butterfly weed in the middle of this one. And there's another plant called Slavia, I think it's called. There's a pink one and a purple one, and just beautiful. So we're going to put that around the perimeter, the Slavia, and put the milkweed right in the middle. It's going to be so pretty. I'm just ranting on, guys, but hey, this is about creating the world we want. Little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. Look, I'm going to show you what I did up here today, because the chickens, this is in the front of my little cabin, the chickens and the dogs constantly get into this area, and I'm always trying to plant my flowers. So this year, I think I outsmarted them. I planted blueberries. I put my blueberry plants right in the middle, and see, I'm ahead of the game. Everybody said, oh, they're going to jump it on my berries. Nope, I got bird wire that I'm going to cover this area real good. They won't be able to get Monica's berries. No, indeed. And then we did the same thing on the other side here. I plant more blueberries in the front. I thought it was cute the way it kind of frames the front of my little tiny house. And these are my, I think these are called kolaches or kalanchis. Anyway, it's time for me to go ahead and trim these down so they'll bloom again for me. But this is my old standby. This lets me know that spring is really here when she blooms. Yeah. I'm gonna take you out to my garden, okay? If you want to know. So tell me what you guys are doing today. What are you doing to stay positive? They look pitiful right now, but you just watch. I'm manifesting. Manifesting. Say, I think I can. No, I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. And check out my figs, my little fig trees. I'm going to get these in the ground. These are the ones I got from cuttings. There's my other fig tree. And this is called lamb's ear. It's so soft. It has medicinal properties to it. I don't know exactly what off the top of my head, but hey, a handful of this in a pinch. And look at these. These are my bleeding hearts. Aren't they pretty? I just love them. And I think these are coming up. These are diantheas. They come back every year too. So put that in your mental bag, because these went through the whole winter, freezing snow, and they said, I'm back. Yeah. This was my cilantro that made it from last year's. But look, the chickens and pecked it all off. So I had to put it on my makeshift designer Ozark plant stand. It's one of a kind. Check it out. But you can't tell me how much I paid for this one. Oh, let me show you these too. I'm trying to find all the medicinal plants I can. I found these growing in my garden in between the beds, and these are violets. So I just put them in little boxes. I mean, in the little pots there. And these are edible. It's good. It has medicinal properties for some type of illness. I'm not sure exactly what. And you can also make jelly or tea with the little purple flowers. And you can even eat the flowers. They have like a slightly sweet taste to them. Yeah. Here's another patch I found. Let's put it in a pot and stuck it on a tree stump. I'm going to take you to the garden. So how are you guys doing today? Still watching all the crazy news? Here are my figs. They hadn't started coming alive yet. Normally they come out from the center, so I'm watching them closely. I hope I didn't lose them. I don't think I did, but we'll see. This is where I have my two fig trees, my two little, what do you call them, my little makeshift. And I did the same thing with these. See, I just took the natural wood and put some rebarb on it to hold it in place, and it works perfect because we didn't have a lot of soil here. And these are the posts that Joe cut. And some of these are going to go inside of my house at some point. This is the cedar that I was telling you guys about. But I'm going to plant the other two, the little fig trees in the front over there. I told you I'm going to put them again in this area. So we'll have our little fig orchard. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Absolutely. And this is something. I saw these people tearing this down. Hang on a second, it's in my way. Hold on. Anyway, I saw this guy. He had this really cool greenhouse, and he was replacing the roof, and he was taking these pieces off. So I'm like, I wonder if he's going to throw those away or reuse them or what. So I asked, and he said, oh, no, I was just going to take them to the dump. And granted, there are a few holes in it, but what I'm going to do is make a hoop house. Put PVC pipe over like that, and use this to just drape over the top, and I have an instant little mini greenhouse. More than one way to skin a cat. Let's see. And here's my garlic. It's doing well. We were able to keep the chickens out of this one. Yeah. And we had one lone garlic that made it over there in the corner. All by its little lonesome. Check out the mint. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful and lush. And you can harvest this over and over and over again. And this is one of the ingredients I use in my Zoom bars. It's an energy bar that I make. Delicious. And see how the violets are just kind of growing wild in through here. And they're so pretty. So I'm going to let those stay here. Yeah. And I'm learning as much as I can about what's edible here. Like this plant right here. This is dandelion. Edible. Check this flower out here. Of course, that's dandelion. You can actually pick that. This time of year, we should really leave them alone because this is the first food for the bees. Oh, my grape made it. Look at that. I thought you died, darling. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Anyway, the exactly. You see, that's the bees' first food. Can you see that? Yes, darling. We're not going to touch your dandelions, not yet. Not until all the other flowers come full force, and then we'll get some. Is that a dandelion or is that a hummingbird? What the hell is that? Can you guys see that? See how close she'll let me get to her. From this angle, it looks like a hummingbird. I bet it's a bee, but from this angle, it really looks like a hummingbird. Wow. Anyway, the dandelion, you can take the flowers and you can fry them actually. Dip them in like a little, like an egg batter and quick fry them in butter. Some people use oil. I would probably use coconut oil. Anyway, they're delicious. And every part of the dandelion you can eat. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the actual greens, and even the root. You clean it, dry it, and then roast it, grind it up, and it makes like a coffee drink as well. So the dandelion, you know, is your friend, actually. Look at the raspberries, and look, they're shooting up all over the place, and I love it. See, they're just putting their little runners out because last year was just one stalk there in the middle, and check it out now. She has runners going all the way through, and eventually it's going to cover this whole bed. So we'll have a huge raspberry patch here. Oh, check out the strawberries. They're blooming. Look at that. They are beautiful. Awesome. Sorry about that high pitched noise. That's the power people clearing the power line. Yeah, I kind of don't like that, but hey. Check out Haley's flower garden. Isn't it pretty? Check it out. Manifest, guys. Manifest your reality. How do you want our world to be like? Look at that. Look at that. Pink on the outside, yellow on the inside. Beautiful. Look at this one. These are so pretty. Ooh, I can't wait to see this one. It's going to be so pretty. Let's look at this one. Ooh, look at that. I think this is the one that's called Bird of Paradise. Let's see if I can get around and show you the inside. Beautiful. Look how big they are. Gorgeous. My Haley, um, did I have this thing upside down? No, I got it right. Yeah, Haley planted all of these last year. I'm gonna look at this one really close. They're so pretty. Oh, this one go. Beautiful. I love it. Anyway, we're gonna fill all this up too with food. We raise beds all through here and plant herbs, all kinds of herbs. More strawberries here. They're coming in real good well, so we'll have this whole bed full of strawberries. And here's our tunnel here, or tower, whatever you want to call it. We plant beans and gourds on this one, and then it just grows across the top. And it's so beautiful when it starts flowering, big giant yellow blooms. Here's our more blackberries. This is a thornless variety, so no thorns at all. I love it. And the berries were about half the size of my thumb. Yeah. So we got that going here, all in this area. And this is a different type of raspberry. These have thorns, but they're so sweet. So that's blackberries here. I have, oh, my blueberries made it on this side. No, did you make it? Yes, you did. My blueberry made it here. I may move these and put them in the front. Here's another blueberry that made it. Yeah, I'm going to move these and put them in the front. Yeah, because the blackberries eventually would choke them out anyway. This is another blueberry. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah. And check this out. My very first asparagus. The very first one. But once you establish your asparagus ball, so it's established, it's going to take over this whole box here because it spreads. And you plant one time once every 30 years. How about that? So we have my asparagus bed established. It'll be a while before I have a lot to go on. Here's our apple tree blossoming here in the garden. And then on the other side, we have a couple of pear trees and some other things. But anyway, I'm just checking in with you guys and reminding you to stay positive. And keep manifesting how you want your world to be. Not my world, your world. And if enough of us had the same idea, yeah. We can manifest our own reality. Keep your vibrations high all the time.